guys, for this look I'm using the Garnier Fructis Curl Nourish line. Everything will be listed below, and I'm taking you from the beginning to end. So right now I am saturating my hair with water, just making sure that it is getting to every strand before I apply my shampoo. And I'm focusing on my edges because I did have a little bit of gel on there, and I want to make sure that I rinse that out. So now I'm just applying the shampoo, and you really only need a little bit. A little does go a long way. I'm going to massage that into my scalp, and then I'm just going to make sure that it gets to every strand before I rinse it out. And sorry about like not really being in focus. This is my first time doing a shower scene. I feel so strange, but it is what it is. We all gotta wash our hair and we all get in the shower, right? Okay. So again, I'm focusing on my edges because they need to be really, really clean and free of any product. I do not shampoo on a regular basis, but when I do, I use sulfate free. So this product is really, really good for that, and it's good for my scalp because if you don't know, you never seen my videos, I do have eczema, so I look for products that are going to be gentle on my scalp. Now I'm using conditioner, and oh yeah, I'm using that much because I need it. So I can go through probably 2 conditioners to a shampoo. At least 2 conditioners, so I always have to stock up on conditioners. And this one really does soften my hair. So again, I'm going to focus around the edges first. And then I'm just going to make sure to try to evenly distribute it throughout my hair. And this is where I finger detangle, so that way the transition once I'm done to actually start styling my hair, it won't be that difficult because I have already detangled in the shower. But please believe me, you will still need to detangle afterwards, but it won't be that difficult.
Let's go, go. This song about this girl. Let's go, go. This song about this girl. Let's go, go. This song about this girl.
Okay guys, so right now I'm just going to pin it up out the way because I do want the conditioner to sit for about 5 minutes, if that long. I'm using these clips that I would prefer, or I would suggest that you do not use, because it's not really good for my hair anyway. It snags a little bit, so you want to get something that does not snag and pull your hair. But it's staying up, so I'm going to wash and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that everything else is taken care of, I'm getting ready to rinse out this conditioner. I feel so weird creeping, or like a little peeper looking over at the camera. I just want to make sure that it's still in focus. And before I'm done with my rinsing out my conditioner, I then turn the actual temperature down so that it's a cool rinse. And what that's going to do is seal everything in and close the cuticles, and it's going to keep the moisture inside. So I'm just showing you guys that is my natural hair pattern. Well, when it's wet, all the product is rinsed out. And now I'm just going to take a t-shirt and I'm going to place that on my hair, and that's the way that I dry my hair. I don't use a towel. I use a 100% cotton t-shirt. So I'm basically just wrapping that into like a little bun, and I'm going to tie my hair up.
Ever try to hold back your feelings, but it just wouldn't stay. But when I finally found the words to say, I wanted to run away. Simply run away.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now guys, it is the next morning. I slept. I put a satin scarf around my head, and underneath it I wanted to keep my hair still conditioned and kind of damp. I didn't want it to fully air dry because we would have issues. So that is a wonderful plastic bag, and that is courtesy of Walmart. And so now I'm just going to kind of shake my hair out, but you guys can see how soft it is, or how soft it appears. And Well, and you can also see my grays. I got an issue with that. So I'm using this can to hydrating leave-in conditioning mist. And I'm just going to distribute that evenly throughout my hair, my strands. This is my first time using this product. The leave-in that I usually use, they did not have it at my local beauty supply store, so. But I'm going to back it up with my Old Faithful, the Shea Moisture Strengthen and Restore. Strengthen and Restore leave-in conditioner, and that is Jamaican black castor oil. And lastly, for my twisting, I'm using the Africa's Best Olive Oil Twist and Lock Gel. Now this hands down transformed my hair, and I mean, I just love it. For my edges or some of those difficult areas, this is my also like my now #1 edge control, and that's the Eco Styler Coconut. And that's the gel. So again, everything will be listed below. I am rambling right now, but I will not do this voiceover over, so follow me, guys. So I'm just putting some of that stuff away, out of the way, and I'm going to begin the process of twisting. So what I normally do after I spray the leave-in mist, I'm going to apply the leave-in to that big section of hair in the back. It makes it easier to apply it to in sections than in pieces, because that will just take you all day. You want to get your hair saturated prior to starting the twist. It's going to save you a lot of time. And the total time for this hair, I mean, even if I didn't sleep on it, it would be about 3 hours for this style. You know, your washing and conditioning is easy, but it's the actual sitting and twisting. And then again, depending on how the size of your twist, if you want them small or how big you want them, it can lessen your time. So the bigger twist, the less time. So right there, I'm using my little knockoff Denman brush from my local beauty supply store, and I'm starting at the end, and I am going up. This is how I am going to detangle again. You want to make sure that your hair is as detangled as possible when you are getting ready to twist. So don't be afraid to use a brush. I've learned, as I've been natural for almost 6 years now, to try different things. I use a blow dryer now, but it's usually only on a cold setting. But I'm going to start doing some styles and recording them on stretched hair, and I will be stretching using a blow dryer. So you guys stay tuned for that. And right there, I just applied a little bit of that Twist and Lock gel. I'm actually going to split that section and make it even smaller, and then I'm going to begin twisting. And I don't worry about my parts here. I used to be such a stickler for parts, but really, once my hair plumps up after I twist it, you don't see a part. A part where? A part what? Nothing. So, and as you can see, as I'm twisting, I am just going down the strand and straightening it, or making sure that it's moisturized, and then I twist the ends, and I make sure to go up from the root to the end and twist that down as well. And that's just going to seal in the little flyaways that may have been out or left out as I was twisting. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is that little section so far. And what I want to do is kind of stretch it out a little bit. So I'm going to take that clip, and I'm just going to place the clip on that section and repeat. It's been a little minute since I've seen her. Hope I'm in the runner because I have to pull the name. There's something about this girl, man, from around my way. Ever try to hold back your feelings, but it just wouldn't stay. Again, just making sure that I have enough product on that section before I start. And now I'm splitting that section to begin detangling. And you see me snagging and pulling snags out. It's really important though to not do that. Y'all don't just, yeah. I don't really go by the rules when it comes to natural hair. I mean, hair is just hair. It does grow back. I do want to take care of it. I want it to be as healthy as possible, but it's not the end all be all. I've learned to embrace my natural texture and, you know, make it do what it do. Because a lot of people that I looked at on YouTube, I'm just like, this is beautiful in your hair, girlfriend, but my hair is nothing like yours. So it's really, really important to be able to find someone that you can identify with as far as the hair type. So now this is the back all done. Again, it shrinks completely up. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to stretch that out later. So right now I do want this part to be pretty straight because that's the front of my hair. So I'm messing around with that just to kind of get my parts right. And I'm tired. Every time I do mini twists, I'm like, what were you thinking? But it actually can last, if depending on the weather and depending on your products, your mini twist can last easily a month. So 3 hours to last a month, shall buy. And if you want to, or if it gets a little raggedy, you can always just touch up your edges, and then it looks brand new. You know, you touch up the perimeter, retwist around the edges, and you are good to go. Now the front section of my hair is coarser than the back. It's a completely different texture. So I put a little bit extra TLC in the front and a little bit of extra product as well. This is where I apply my Eco Styler gel because home girl needs some extra help up here in this part of my kitchen. And y'all, I really wish my hands would go that quickly. This is all sped up, of course you know that, but I move pretty quickly, but this would be awesome. So now I'm on the other side, and I just wanted to show you guys up close of how it's looking so far. The Twist and Lock gel, my hair really loves it. It curls up to the max, so and it'll stay shiny. I don't have to reapply anything to it. If my scalp gets dry though, I do have some oil that I can put on it, or I will spray that leave-in again, and that just refreshes it for me. Okay. So now that I'm at this point, I'm going to use some more of that Eco Styler gel, trying to flatten this stuff out before I start twisting. And I have done mini twists on stretched hair, on dry hair, and the results are different. Basically, I mean, it just hangs longer, of course, because you don't have a lot of product on it, or it's not weighed down. So it all depends on the look that you're going for. But I wanted this to last. I tend to find out that hair like this tends to last longer than doing it on dry hair. If I'm making any sense, y'all, because I'm tired. Just work with me. So now I'm just shaking it out because it has totally shrunk up, and playing around with it a little bit. And I'm going to let it air dry just a little bit while I do my makeup, and I'm going to come back and show you how I stretch this hair. Okay? Bear with me. Alright guys, so as you can see, it's a little bit dry. And I'm just going to section it off and start the process. Now, I am obsessed now with my new way of stretching. I used to do the banding method, but it was really hard to sleep on it, but it worked. And sometimes I still reinforce it with banding, but I use this Golden Hot blow dryer. It's so old, y'all, so I'm pretty sure they have updated or upgraded them. That's a cool shot, which is why I love it, because it does not have to be just on high heat. And I love the fact that it comes with that little nozzle. So what I'm doing is pulling my hair taut, not very tight though, or I'm not pulling it very hard, but I'm letting the rest of it dry using that blow dryer, and that's going to stretch out my hair. It's actually a lot quicker than the banding, because when I band, my hair is usually wet and it takes even longer to dry through banding. So I just want to give it a little bit more hang time. I don't want to stretch it all the way out because I love the curls on the end. So this is just going to give me just enough. But if you want yours to hang longer and your hair is, as you know, the length of mine or longer, you can definitely stretch it all the way out and go all the way down the shaft of your hair.
There's something about this girl, man, from around my way. Never try to hold back your feelings, but it just wouldn't stay. But when I finally found
Alright, and as you can see, guys, it's already stretched pretty good. Okay then. I can't see.
But it wasn't like that back when I met her. Yes, sir, that's her, but it wasn't like that back when I met her.
And again, guys, this is on a cool setting, so just going back through, trying to get it even. But y'all, depending on where you live at, the humidity, sometimes my hair shrinks right back up, and then I have to reinforce it with the banding. But as you can see, it has stretched out, and I'm feeling it. You do not have to part your hair the way that I did, of course. I'm going to use bobby pins to kind of place them where I want them. I do have brown and black ones because my hair is brown and black, and that's just going to kind of help it to stay out of my eyes, completely out of my eyes, should I say. I want it to be a little bit mysterious. I don't really know why I just whispered, because I'm mysterious. Maybe that's why. Now that little piece has lost its curl since I blow dried it, so I'm just putting a little bit more of that twist and lock gel on it, and I'm twisting it around my finger, and voila, it is curling right back up. And I'm just taking a couple of strands from this side and twisting it, and I'm going to pin it back.
There's something about this girl, man. Let's go, go. There's something about this girl, man. Let's go, go. There's something about this girl, man. Let's go, go. There's something about this girl, man.
Okay, guys, I guess I'm satisfied. I'm feeling good, and this is going to keep me cool. I'm going to be carefree, can just get up in the morning, shake my hair out, and go. And again, it's going to last for a couple days. I still don't know where my eye is, but that's okay. It's there. And again, you don't have to part it where I did. I just love this look. Alright, guys, thank you guys so much. Again, it's still kind of wet. It's not completely, I didn't completely blow dry it with the dryer. You can see at the top, the roots still have a little bit of product in it, but it will dry. And thank you guys for watching. Be blessed. Most importantly, be a blessing. Make sure you subscribe and thumbs up. LWL. Ooh, ooh, L. See you guys. Smooches.